Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Steve, and today we will be going over the Neca Pacific Rim Series 2 Gipsy Danger. This is the battle damage version that we got from the line, and I gotta say, this figure, I really love the original Series 1 Gipsy Danger, but I'm happy that they're giving us a more battle damage version of it, mainly just so that, even though the figure looked really good, I think this one's gonna, at least from what it appears, was gonna go really well in doing like little fight scenes, stuff, cool things on the shelf. Especially since we got, in the Series 3, we get the Battle Damage Trespasser, so this will look, or not Trespasser, Knifehead, and getting all my monsters mixed up. This will look really cool in conjunction with that, maybe do little fight scenes, stuff like that. Plus, what they re-released, they gave us the swords, which I am super happy about, especially even though we don't really have much of the kaijus that you actually use the sword with at the moment. It's still really cool that we actually are getting those to at least have something else to display it with this guy, especially since the Series 1 didn't really come with anything. But it's not for the pack. There's enough about that. For the packaging, we get pretty much the same standard we've gotten with the Series 1, but then the other Series 2 figures, with the Pacific Rim logo at the top. His kaiju kill count is 10, which I know in the movie they said Eureka Striker's kill count was at 10, in which that was a new record, and I'm assuming this is 10 total with after he kills Slattern at the end of the film, which is the Category 5 kaiju at the end with the weird tentacle tail thing, which was cool. And at the bottom of the packaging, we get a concept art image of Gipsy Danger with the battle damage and his name. Bottom of the packaging, we get more copyrights information on it and the people that helped to release this figure with Neca and Real Toys. On the back of the packaging, we get a nice image of the figure next to the background display. He's a Mark III. We get the image of his official image from the film. And the other figures, and this is the other figures from Series 1 with Gipsy Danger, Knife-Fitted Crimson Typhoon, which I figure with this being Series 2 would have Eureka Striker and Knifehead, or not Knifehead, man, I can't not stop getting the monsters' names wrong, with Leatherback. So it's kind of weird that they didn't actually show that, mainly probably just because it would only have been 2 figures on the back of the packaging and it just wouldn't have filled out nice. But enough about that. Let's get this guy open up out of his plastic prison. Starting with Gipsy's accessories, he comes with a pair of his chainsaw blades that we got to see later on in the film, which I'm really glad they came back and gave us accessories to actually go with this. I would have liked that they gave us the plasma cannon to go along with this, but they're doing another release of this guy, and it's pretty much a good guarantee that we're getting that with that. But for now, it comes with these, which I really do love the detailing on here. As you can see, it has like the dark gray gunmetal-ish look through most of the blade, and then it has the lighter silver for the edges, which is really cool how they actually got, it makes it looks like it has an edge to the blade here, which is really nice, and I love these things. It would have been cool maybe if like one of these had like a closed off look to it, and then these are the open look. But I'm still really glad that they gave us the pair, and just overall happy with the design for this. And then how you get the blades into the arms? If you look underneath, there's a little peg hole down here right above his hand, and there's the little peg on the end of the blade here, and it's pretty much you just gotta wedge it in there. And it's just pretty nicely. Problem is if you flail the arm around a lot, like it's not really meant to be played with, because again, these are mainly for display. But sitting here plugging it in, it has a hard time, at least for me. Get back in there. Ugh. And you get it back in there, and if you're posing, it'll hold it fairly well. But granted, again, if you get a lot of shifting or shaking going on, like they sometimes tend to fall off pretty easily. And then if you want to get the other one, it has the exact same piggle on here, and same with on the blade. You just stick it in there. If I can get it in there. Ugh. And there you go. And they're interchangeable. You don't have to worry about which blade goes on which arm. Which I do really like that, so I'm not having to worry about which one's like, this one's L and this one falls out all the time. So overall, for the detailing for this guy, I am in love with this figure. Like, for starters, I really like that they went with the dark blue paint on here with the black wash. Gives it a really nice damage look to it, and you see all over his body, he's got these scuff marks, like on his legs. And it's a really nice look for this figure, and I like how the paint actually affects like how his stripings and all of his details on here. Like the 34 is kind of faded out. It's a really cool look for him. Now, granted, it would have been even sweeter because a lot of this is more painted on for this him. It would have been cool if they maybe had like gashes in the armor stuff where like the monster's like clawing at him and stuff like that. But it's still really nice, and he still has like the nice little denting look going on here. Like you see, this isn't really like the smoothest look of edges for him up here, especially up here where you see it's really rough looking. So he does have like a little bit more of a wear and tear look, but I think if they went a little bit more overboard with it, it would have just really helped to sell the damage look to it. I really like how they did the oranging with the core here, with the fading of the black to give it a nice little burning look, like it's going off. So that's amazing. I really do. I just overall, this paint job on this is phenomenal. Like you look on the back where he has all the detailing down here, with the nice gray and black going on here. It helps us show off the overall definition of everything going on back here. And you bring it up here, like especially up here, it's just like this looks awesome. Like I just can't get over, like Neca just does such a good job with their paint detailing and everything. And this just shows off how good they are at what they do. Though if I had one complaint with this paint job as a whole, I really wish that the battle damage and the charring look of the paint job didn't really affect what was the lights on the Neca. Like up here, you could kind of see where the white would be for the lights here, but because of how the damage look is, it's kind of faded. So it makes it not really give it a good like impression of that there's supposed to be lights on here, especially like down here is where some of the lighting should be. You can see a bit of the white, but it's just scuffed up and just not defined very well. So it just doesn't, it's like it shouldn't be affecting this. And that's one thing that a little bit bothers me about it. But it's not like a major complaint, especially for, this isn't like a large scale figure, so I can understand these little things happening. For his articulation, he has a joint at the head here, but it's really hard, especially on this one, because I know on the other Gipsy Danger, like this head moves and it shifts a little bit side to side, but it's hindered because of the plastic here. While on this one, I, for the life of me, cannot get this thing to turn. Like it shifts a little bit, but I can't get it to work. I know it's supposed to, but it's really hard on this one. And then for his shoulders, his arms go up and down, and they move in and out. It's a little bit hindered because, like, granted, on a lot of this figure, the plastic for the armor here really doesn't help me get a lot of mobility out of this. Like, this is about as far up as you can get it. And then it has a nice range of motion back and forth, and the more you move it, you can work in the positioning, but you're not going to really get his arms moving out that much. So that's a little bit of a complaint. Same with his elbow joints. They only really move back and forth that much. And there's no turning, which, granted, I would have really loved if they would have put like a joint up here just so I can get his arms to even just go left and right. Would have been amazing. And it would have helped compensate for the elbowing and the plastic up here. Then he's got a pull joint down here for his wrist, so he's got a nice range of motion on his wrist. Then for his body, he's got a nice crunch and a rotation at the waist, which pretty much he can go all the way around. Which that gives him a good range of motion there. And his legs move only slightly in and out, again, mainly because of the plastic up here. Like if you work it, you can get a little bit more movement, but that's really about as realistic as it's getting. And you can go forward about this far, and then back, it only goes to here. Like it's just, you only really get the straight up and him going forward pose. Which, granted, on this leg, at least for me, this moves up a little farther, and then it can actually, well, this leg actually goes pretty far back. I don't really, oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. I haven't really played around with this much, so mine still needs to be worked out a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're good. So, using this leg, it goes back about the A-far. You can get it up pretty good, and then it goes forward. But it still only really gets a little bit of side pivot, and it has a decent bend at the knees. Well, he goes about that far in and out. And then he's got a nice foot pivot. He goes back and forth. And then for his ankling, It has a nice bend here too, so you can get a nice range of poses. Especially if you want it like on the heel or something, which we'll see where he's just like shoopy-doop. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. For comparison, here's the battle damage Gipsy Danger versus the Series 1 Gipsy Danger, which, as you can see, this coloring on this guy is much darker as we got on the original Gipsy Danger, which it's overall fine for me because this guy's supposed to have been through like hell, so of course he's going to be a lot more charbroil and stuff, but I really wish getting these guys together, especially looking at how light this is, maybe they could have like used a little bit of a lighter color and then added the black to it, but still, it doesn't really hinder me on this. Like, I still think this is a phenomenal look, and it just helps to differentiate these guys on the shelf. And here he is compared next to the Battle Damage Knife Head, because they're best buddies. Here's Battle Damage Gipsy Danger next to another Neca figure in Duke Nukem. So overall, I'm happy that Neca decided to bring us another version of Gipsy Danger with the Battle Damage look and the nice cool accessories. Granted, he's pretty much got the same problems as this Gipsy Danger does with the articulation going on with them. And I really wish they would have improved on that a little bit. But overall, it still doesn't hinder this guy being in my collection. I'm still very happy that I picked this figure up. And I really would highly recommend this guy to anybody that's into Pacific Rim or giant monster movie / robots. Like, this guy is just awesome, and I'm just so happy about this thing. Are you guys happy with this figure? Do you guys already have this in your collection? Or you guys think about picking this figure up? Or do you guys think this figure's just blah, and you want to let me know down in the comments? I would really appreciate it. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.